Hey guys, this is B from B's Gaming. Today's video we are doing episode 3 of my Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 tutorial series, which will be a quick VFR flight using actual VFR charts in the Houston area. The flight is from Pearland Regional to Sugarland. As a quick disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only, and not intended to be instruction in any way for actual flight operations. Let's get into the video.
Traffic Delta 587 taking off runway 32 departing straight out.
Before we start, please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. One of the things that got me really excited for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 was the fact that you can now actually use it for VFR flights. You can take a real-life VFR chart and use it to navigate in the sim world. This was impossible to do in almost any other sim, and with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, you can do it right out the box. I'll provide a quick demonstration today. Alright, once we get in the air, I'll explain my flight plan, and explain what visual aids I'm using in today's flight to get to Sugarland. I'll explain using the VFR charts once I get headed in the right direction. Alright, so I'm going to climb out to about an altitude of 300 feet over the ground, and then start my initial turn towards my first nav aid when to Sugarland. And now I reset the barometer, so we're actually seeing the right altitude. I'm using a piece of the Houston Sky VFR chart for skyvector.com. We are starting in Pearland here and going to Sugarland. So I'm using two visual aids in between the two airports. They are the Flying Bee airstrip and the set of towers, which I think they're radiocom towers in reality, but in the sim they're modeled as power lines. Either way, it gets the point across. So I made my first turn out of the airport due west, which I'm still heading, as you can see. And that's because the vector to get to Flying B is 274. So I fly that heading, and I expect to see Flying B in about 10 miles according to my VFR chart. Another visual cue that we have is, you can see right before we fly over Flying B, we cross a road, this road being 288, Highway 288, so it's a good sized road. So we can use this to know that we are nearing the Flying V airport. So once we hit the Flying V airstrip, I'll go over the rest of the chart here and what we expect to see the rest of the way. For now, we'll just look for the first set of visual cues that I have pointed out. Alright, so here is Highway 288, as I was talking about in the chart earlier. So now we should be expecting to see the Flying V airstrips here coming up shortly. I'll point it out to you when we hit it. Alright, so we have the Flying B coming up right here. And so once we cross it, then we'll be starting a turn towards those towers that I was talking about earlier. And if we pull up the VFR map, we'll see that we'll need a turn to about a heading of 303. That will get us to those towers. So from those towers, we'll fly heading of about 283, and that should get us to Sugar Land Airport. There's one more road that we cross before we get to Sugar Land Airport, so that's a Highway 90, I believe. And this road will clue us in that we need to start looking for the rotating beacon that is at Sugar Land. So you can tell that there's a rotating beacon at Sugar Land because there is a star next to the runway. One thing I do want to mention is I kept my route in this class Bravo area, that is, the Bravo is anything above 2,000 or below 10,000, so in between 2,000 and 10,000 feet you're in class Bravo. But I kept it here and kept my altitude below 2,000. I kept it really below 1,500, and I was able to transit this class Bravo area. So that's why I did this route this way, that I didn't cross over to anywhere else. So in a different video I can definitely go over the airspace a little bit better, but I just wanted to give a quick overview. There's definitely videos online about it that would go way more detailed than I could ever go into, so you might want to look at that too. Alright, so we are getting near the area where those towers, we should be expecting to see those towers. So from here, we'll be turning to 283 and going towards Sugar Land, and we're hoping to be able to see the rotating beacon there, and then we'll line up to land at Sugar Land. So as you can see, here is the area where we can see those towers now, and then we'll start our turn to 283 and be seeing Sugar Land here shortly. Alright, so as you can see, I'll point it out here right now, I have finally spotted the rotated beacon for Sugar Land, so I'm going to go ahead and start setting myself up for the landing at Sugar Land. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video and the little tutorial on VFR. Please leave a comment below what else you would like to see, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, have a good night.